Good morning students. My name is Krishna Prasad, Botany faculty, Vikas College. Yesterday we have studied about what is the stem. Yesterday we have studied about stem and the characters of the stem. Stem and the characters and functions of the stem. So today we will go for modifications of the stem. And there are three types of modifications are present in stem. Stems are three types. Underground stem modifications. Underground stem modifications means the stems are completely under the soil. Actually roots are present inside the soil, but here the stems are present inside the soil. Hence the underground part of the plants are not always roots. So underground stem modifications. Underground stem modifications. Please write down underground stem modifications. Underground stem modifications are four types in our syllabus. Underground stem modifications are four types. What are they? Rhizome, corm, stem tuber, bulb. Rhizome, corm, stem tuber, bulb. Rhizome, corm, stem tuber and bulb. What is rhizome? What is rhizome? First of all we will go for rhizome. Rhizome, it is underground stem modification. Rhizome is an underground stem modification, but it grows horizontally inside the soil. Already you know about ginger. Please take a ginger piece and watch carefully. Ginger. So if it is a ginger, and turmeric also. Ginger means allam, turmeric means pasupu kommu. Here the ginger or rhizome grows. Ela growth namma grows horizontally inside the soil. Soil lo ela grow avutundi horizontal ga grow avutundi, addanga grow avutundi. Horizontally inside the soil. So here this is a stem modification. So it has contained it has contained these are nodes and internodes. Nodes and internodes are present. These are nodes and internodes are present. First of all, it is horizontally grow inside the soil. It is horizontally grows inside the soil, and nodes and internodes are present. The main characteristic feature of the stem is containing of nodes and internodes. In roots there is nodes and internodes. Nodes and internodes are absent in roots but present in stem. Hence horizontally grows and nodes and internodes are present. And nodes and internodes are present. There is so many branches are here. Branches are here, nodes and internodes and branches are present. And adventitious roots are present. What are they? They are adventitious roots. Adventitious roots are present. Adventitious roots are present. Nodes and internodes are present and adventitious roots are present. Watch carefully the diagram. And there is some dry leaf-like structures is called as scale leaves. Scale leaves are present in rhizome. In rhizome there is scale leaves are present. These are the scale leaves. Scale leaves are present. First of all, rhizome grows horizontally inside the soil and nodes and internodes are present. Nodes and internodes are present and adventitious roots are present and there is a dry leaf-like structures is called as scale leaves. They are not true leaves, they are leaf-like structures, and these are called as scale leaves. And also stem contain both axillary buds and terminal buds. Axillary buds and terminal buds. Axillary buds and terminal buds. Suppose what is the axillary bud? Yesterday we tell about that. If it is a stem, if it is a leaf, this is the axial place. This is the axial place. So the buds came from this point is called as axillary buds. Axillary buds. So axillary buds leads to formation of daughter rhizomes. ఏం ఫామ్ చేస్తాయి? ఒక రైజోమ్ నుంచి ఇంకొక రైజోమ్ ని ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది. Daughter rhizomes. This is called as vegetative growth. This is called as vegetative growth. Axillary buds can produce daughter rhizomes. Daughter rhizomes. Whereas terminal buds can produce leafy shoot. Terminal bud can produce leafy shoot. Terminal bud can produce leafy shoot. ఒక నిమిషం ఆఫ్ చేయనా? Can produce daughter rhizomes by vegetative growth, whereas terminal buds can produce leafy shoot. Leafy shoot means this is the leafy shoot. Leafy shoot. Terminal buds can produce leafy shoot. So this is about rhizome. What is the main characters of rhizome? Rhizome can grow horizontally into the soil, and it has advantageous roots are present, and also scale leaves are present, whereas nodes and internodes are present, and the main character is axillary buds and terminal buds, vegetative reproduction. So this is about rhizome. Next, corn. Next one, corn. And rhizome, the main examples of the rhizome, already you have no examples of rhizome. Gingiber officinale. Gingiber officinale means common name ginger. And also turmeric. Turmeric is a common name, and curcuma is scientific name. Curcuma is scientific name. So these are the well known examples of rhizome. And next one, corn. It is also well known. Colocasia. Do you know about colocasia? Colocasia means chamadumpa. Colocasia. Here this is the shape of colocasia, and it is also contain nodes and internodes are present. Nodes and internodes are present. It is common. Why? Because the stems are already common, containing of nodes and internodes. So this is the corn. This is the cob. And here also advantageous roots are also present. So these are the advantageous roots. Rhizome ela grow in the rhizome can grow horizontally inside the soil, whereas corn can grow vertically inside the soil. Corn goes vertically inside the soil. Vertically grows corn can grow vertically. Corn can grow vertically inside the soil, and it has contained nodes and internodes, and nodes and internodes are present. Nodes and internodes are present, whereas advantageous roots also present. advantageous roots also present. And here there is two types of roots are present, advantageous roots and also contractile roots, advantageous roots and also contractile roots, contractile roots, advantageous roots and also contain contractile roots. Two types of roots are present, hence it is called as dimorphic roots. Dimorphic roots. There are two types of roots are present in corn, advantageous roots and contractile roots. Here we go. What is contractile roots? Contractile roots ante enti, contractile roots ela use avutayi? These are also called another name pull roots. Pull roots, pull roots, pull roots. Pull roots means ఏం చేస్తాయి? పుల్ రూట్స్ అంటే, పుల్ రూట్స్ అంటే ఏం చేస్తాయంటే, సపోజ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ద సాయిల్ అండ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ద కార్న్, దిస్ ఈజ్ ద కార్న్. ఈ రూట్స్ దేనికి యూజ్ అవుతాయంటే ఒక లిమిటెడ్ లెంత్ వరకు సాయిల్లో గ్రో అవ్వడానికి ఈ రూట్స్ అనేవి యూజ్ అవుతాయి. పుల్ మీన్స్ లాగుతాయి, పుల్ మీన్స్ లాగబడి ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ పుల్ రూట్స్ ఆర్ కాంట్రాక్టైల్ రూట్స్. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అమర్ఫోఫాలస్. కందగడ్డ. అమర్ఫోఫాలస్ మీన్స్ కంద. వేరేస్ Colocasia means chama. So this is about contractile roots and pull roots. This is about corn. Examples are Amorphophallus and Colocasia. Next one, stem tuber. It is also very well known example for you. Already know about potato. Potato means it is a Solanum tuberosum. Potato is a stem tuber. Why it is called as a stem tuber? Means because it is a storage part of the stem at the tips. Here if it is a potato plant, it is a stem, branches of the stem, and the tip of branches of the stem becoming swollen due to storaging of food materials. The tip of branches of the stem becoming swollen. Why they becoming swollen? Because storaging of food materials. So it is called as stem tuber. What is the main characters of the stem tuber? Already you know about stem tuber. Stem tuber is contain many notches like structures is called as eyes. Eyes are present in stem tuber. It is formed from tips of branches of the stem. And becoming swollen due to storage of food materials. ఈ ఫుడ్ మెటీరియల్స్ స్టోర్ చేయడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే దే బికమింగ్ స్వాలెన్. Yes, what is the food materials present in the potato? Yes, starch is present inside the potato. The food material ఏంటి? starch. And there is nodes and internodes are present. Nodes. What is nodes? I's are represent the nodes. I's are present. I's are present. They represent nodes and as well as seeds. They represent nodes and as well as seeds. Why it is called as seeds? Because they are useful for vegetative propagation. So మనం ఈ ఐ అనే పార్ట్ని తీసేసామనుకోండి, న్యూ పొటాటోని, న్యూ మీన్స్ న్యూ ప్లాంట్ని, పొటాటో ప్లాంట్ని ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయొచ్చు. కాబట్టి ఐస్ ఆర్ ప్రజెంట్ అండ్ దే ఆర్ రిప్రజెంట్ అండ్ దే రిప్రజెంట్ both nodes and internodes, nodes and internodes, nodes. The two i's are present. The space present between two i's is called as internode. Hence another seeds. I's are represent as nodes and seeds. Nodes and seeds. So this is about stem tuber. What is the food material present inside the stem tuber? So there is no adventitious roots are present. There is no scale leaves are present. Scale leaves and adventitious roots are present in rhizome and carp. Example, Solanum tuberosum, potato, Solanum tuberosum. And another stem tuber is also present. It is called as Jerusalem artichoke. Jerusalem artichoke. Helianthus tuberosum. Helianthus tuberosum. It is wide of question. It is useful for AIMS and JIPMER like questions. Stem tuber. What is stem tuber? Stem tuber is, this is the stem tuber. Next one, bulb. What is the bulb? Bulb. Yes, bulb. And why it is called as bulb? Do you know about Allium cepa? Allium cepa means, Allium cepa, onion. If you see an onion, please watch carefully the onion. Take a onion. Take a onion and compare the diagram with onion. So it is condensed stem. It is a condensed stem. It is a condensed stem. And adventitious roots are present. Adventitious roots are present. These are the adventitious roots. It is a condensed stem. And so there is a fleshy leaves are present. There is a fleshy leaves are present. Fleshy leaves are present. Fleshy leaves due to storaging of food material. Sulfur allyl sulfide. Sulfur allyl sulfide is present in the leaves of onion. It is also out of question. So here it is mostly reduced or condensed stem modification. It is mostly reduced and condensed underground stem modification. What is the condensed stem modification? Condensed stem modification is bulb. Mostly reduced or condensed stem modification. It is very small. Actually the stem is very long, but here the stem is very small and reduced and condensed. And also nodes and internodes also present. Nodes and internodes are present. Nodes and internodes are present. And also adventitious roots are present. Adventitious roots are present. and from the axillary bud, this is the axillary bud, the leaves are erased from the nodes and internodes. ఈ nodes and internodes నుంచి ఏమొచ్చాయి ఇక్కడ? లీవ్స్ వచ్చాయి. ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ లీవ్స్? fleshy leaves are formed. They are fleshy leaves. At nodes and internodes are they are formation of fleshy leaves. The example, Allium cepa, onion. It is also two types, tunicated bulb, non-tunicated bulb. Tunicated bulb and non-tunicated bulb. See, it is not necessary for examinations. Yes. What is bulb? Bulb is a condensed stem modification. This is the bulb. Please take an onion and keep watching. It is a bulb. So this is about the underground stem modifications. And we will go for aerial stem modifications. Student, please practice the examples regarding their modifications. Next one, aerial stem modifications. What is aerial stem modifications? The stem modifications present in the upper parts of the plants is called as aerial stem modifications. Aerial stem modifications are, first one, tendrils and thorns and phylloclad, cladophylls and bulbils. Not bulb, bulbils. Bulbils and bulbs are completely different. Okay. Here we go for tendrils, thorns, phylloclad, cladophylls and bulbils. So first we will go for tendrils. Students, already you see in some plants there is a spirally coiled spring-like structures are present. They are called as tendrils. In some weak stemmed plants లో మీన్స్ స్టెమ్ అనేది వీక్ గా ఉన్నటువంటి ప్లాంట్స్ లో stem is modified to produce, స్టెమ్ అనేది ఎలా మాడిఫై అవుతుందంట, టు ప్రొడ్యూస్ స్లెండర్ ఆర్ థిన్ spirally coiled structures. Slender and thin spirally coiled structures are spring-like structures is called as tendrils, stem tendrils. So these are erased from maybe axillary buds or terminal buds. ఇవి మనకి terminal buds నుంచి అయినా రావచ్చు, axillary buds నుంచి అయినా రావచ్చు. Suppose it is a plant. So these are the leaves. And this part is called terminal. Terminal part means terminal buds. And this is called axile. Means it can produce from axillary buds. Axillary buds నుంచి అయినా రావచ్చు. Spring-like structures are erased from the axillary part between the leaf and stem, or from terminal part. So these are the tendrils present in weak stemmed plants, and these are spirally coiled structures, very thin and spirally coiled structures. And what is their function? ఎందువల్ల అవి ఫామ్ అవుతున్నాయి? They are useful for, main function is they are useful for climbing. Climbing means పాకుతూ పెరగడానికి. They are useful for climbing in weak stemmed plants. Climbing in weak stemmed plants. So this is about tendrils. For example, they are arranged from axillary buds. Example, they are arranged from axillary buds. They are example in gourds. 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 Gourds means, suppose చూడండి ఒకసారి, వాటర్ మిలాన్ అండ్ కుకుంబర్, వాటర్ మిలాన్ అండ్ కుకుంబర్ అండ్ ఆల్సో పంప్కిన్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి? దీస్ ఆర్ సేమ్, లుక్ లైక్ సేమ్ బట్ వేరియస్ ఇన్ సైజ్, బట్ దే ఆర్ లుక్ లైక్ సేమ్, అండ్ దే ఆర్ ద గార్డ్ ప్లాంట్స్. దే ఆర్ ద గార్డ్ ప్లాంట్స్. గార్డ్ ప్లాంట్స్ అని ఎందుకన్నారంటే దాంట్లో ఎపికార్ప్ అండ్ మీసోకార్ప్ అనేవి ఫ్యూజ్ అయి ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి దాన్ని ఏమన్నామంట? గార్డ్స్ అన్నాం. లైక్ పంప్కిన్, పంప్కిన్, వాటర్ మిలాన్ and cucumis or cucumber. Cucumber means దోసకాయ, దోస. వీటిలో వచ్చేసి tendrils are formed from axillary buds. But in grape veins, grape veins, do you know about grape veins? In grape veins, ద్రాక్ష, ద్రాక్షలో the terminal bud can produce tendrils. Terminal buds. Example, grape veins. Grape veins. So this is about tendrils. Students, please listen carefully. Tendrils are slender, thin, coiled structures useful for climbing in weak stemmed plants. Next, examples. In axillary buds, pumpkin and watermelon and cucumis, whereas in terminal buds there are grape veins. Next, another one, thorns. Thorns. What is thorns? Thorns means తెలుగులో కంటకాలు అంటాము. తెలుగులో కంటకాలు. కంటకాలు మీన్స్ స్పైన్ లైక్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్, మీన్స్ ముళ్ళు లాంటివి. సపోజ్ thorns. Thorns. In some plants like citrus. Citrus means నిమ్మకాయ. Citrus means నిమ్మకాయ. అలాగే and bougainvillea. Bougainvillea means paper flowers. Paper flowers లో there are some spine like structures are present. These are called as thorns. In some plants, stem is modified. Stem అనేది ఎలా మాడిఫై అవుతుంది? In some plants, stem is modified into pointed and straight and woody structures is called as thorns. Thorns are the woody, pointed, మొనదేలినటువంటి, pointed means ముళ్ళులా ఉండేటువంటి స్ట్రక్చర్స్ అనేవి ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతాయి. వాటిని ఏమన్నాం మనము? థార్న్స్ అన్నాం. థార్న్స్ దేనికి యూజ్ అవుతాయి? యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ ప్రొటెక్షన్. దేని నుంచి ప్రొటెక్షను? గ్రేజింగ్ హెర్బివోర్స్. గ్రేజింగ్ హెర్బివోర్స్ మీన్స్ ఏవైతే ప్లాంట్స్ తినేటువంటి, ఏవైతే గడ్డిని తినేటువంటి అవి ఉంటాయో, మీన్స్ ఆవులు, గేదెలు లాంటివి యానిమల్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, యానిమల్స్ నుంచి ప్రొటెక్షన్ చేసుకోవడానికి దే ఫార్మ్. And the main function of the thorns are protection from grazing herbivores. Grazing herbivores are animals ఆర్ యానిమల్స్ నుంచి మనం ఇక్కడ ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఏమవుతుందంట, దే ఫార్మ్ పాయింటెడ్ వుడీ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ thorns. Here we go for diagram. If it is a plant, here, so these are leaves and these are the pointed structures, means these are the pointed structures. Here these are the pointed structures. Please observe carefully. These are the pointed structures. Thorns are useful for protection from grazing herbivores. So it is about thorns. And next one, phylloclad. And main examples, already we told about examples, citrus. And next one, bougainvillea. Paper flowers and citrus. Next one, we will go for phylloclad. Another one is phylloclad. What is phylloclad? It is also a stem modification. Phylloclad is a stem modification. Phylloclad. The stems are modified in some plants. Konni mokkallo the stems are modified to perform photosynthesis. General ga photosynthesis ఏ ఆర్గన్స్ చేస్తాయి? photosynthesis leaves ద్వారా జరుగుతుంది. leaves perform photosynthesis and ikkada stems perform photosynthesis. These are called as phylloclads. Means in some plants the stem is modified to perform photosynthesis. For example, stem is modified into flattened structure, flattened and fleshy flattened structure. Fleshy flattened structure in Opuntia. Already you know about Opuntia. Cactus, Opuntia means this is the Opuntia. Already you see somewhere. So these are the Opuntia. And it is a green in color. Hence it perform photosynthesis. So green color lo untundi, contain chlorophyll untundi, kabatti em chestundamma, they perform photosynthesis. Green in color, Opuntia, green in color. And ikkada em kanipistunayi? Spines kanipistunayi. Stem meeda em untayi general ga? Stem has contain leaves. Here leaves are differentiated or leaves are modified into spines. Fleshy flattened structure in Opuntia and fleshy cylindrical structure means gundranga and fleshy ga undetvanti structure vachesi asparagus. In asparagus the stem is modified into fleshy cylindrical asparagus. So clear? These are the examples. Asparagus is also example. And in some plants like Casuarina there is needle like phylloclad. It is the most important for MSET point of view also. Needle like phylloclad needle like phylloclad is in casuarina. Casuarina, the plant casuarina. Casuarina is an ornamental plant. లీవ్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి అని చాలా సన్నగా ఉంటాయి లీవ్స్. దాంట్లో ఏం చేస్తుందంటే స్టెమ్ ఈజ్ మాడిఫైడ్ ఇంటూ phylloclad. And spines, leaves are modified into spines. Leaves are modified into spines. Spines గా ఎందుకు మారుతున్నాయి? To reduce transpiration. Transpiration, already you know about transpiration in your previous classes. Transpiration, plant can release or lose water, excess amount of water. So leaves are modified into spines to reduce transpiration. Transpiration ని reduce చేయడానికి ఏం చేస్తుంది ఇక్కడ? లీవ్స్ అనేవి మాడిఫై ఇంటూ స్పైన్స్ లాగా మాడిఫై అవుతున్నాయి. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ phylloclad. ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్: fleshy flattened in opuntia and fleshy cylindrical in asparagus and needle like in casuarina. This is about phylloclad. And next one is cladophylls. Cladophylls. స్టూడెంట్స్ డోంట్ వరీ, డయాగ్రామ్స్ మనం క్యాంపస్కి వచ్చాక మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకున్నాం. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఈజీ. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఈజీ. క్లాడోఫిల్స్. క్లాడోఫిల్స్. క్లాడోఫిల్స్, ద బ్రాంచెస్ విచ్ హ్యాస్ లిమిటెడ్ గ్రోత్. బ్రాంచెస్ అనేవి చాలా లిమిట్గా గ్రోత్ అయి ఉంటాయి. దే పర్ఫార్మ్ ఫోటోసిన్సిస్. అవి కూడా దేనికి యూజ్ అవుతున్నాయి? పర్ఫార్మ్ ఫోటోసిన్సిస్. ద బ్రాంచెస్, it is a simple definition, branches has limited growth to perform photosynthesis. To perform photosynthesis. Branches has limited growth to perform photosynthesis. Here these are the branches to perform photosynthesis. Next, cladophylls. These are the cladophylls. Branches has limited growth to perform photosynthesis. Next, bulbils. What are the bulbils? బల్బిల్స్ అంటే చూడండి, బల్బిల్స్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ బల్బ్స్. బల్బిల్స్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ బల్బ్స్. Bulbils. You know about vegetative buds, and there is two types of buds are present: vegetative buds and floral buds. Vegetative buds and floral buds, they are useful for storaging of food materials. These are called as bulbils. Bulbils means these are the structures which called vegetative buds and reproductive buds are floral buds. Vegetative buds and floral buds are useful for storaging of food materials. Are useful for storaging of food materials. Useful for storaging of food materials. Bulbils means these are the structures which vegetative buds and floral buds are useful for storaging of food materials. Suppose it is a vegetative bud. This is the leaf. And This is the vegetative bud, and it can store food materials. It can store food materials when they detach from the mother plant. ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ లీఫ్ అనేది మదర్ ప్లాంట్ నుంచి విడిపోతుందో they can grow as individual plant. అది ఒక న్యూ ప్లాంట్ లాగా గ్రో అవుతుంది. And when they detach means separate out. Detach means separate out. ఎప్పుడైతే అది separate అవుతుందో it can grow as individual plant. When they detach from mother plant, it can grow as individual plant. Like vegetative buds, example, vegetative buds in డయాస్కోరియాలో వెజిటేటివ్ బడ్స్ వచ్చేసి ఫుడ్ మెటీరియల్స్ స్టోర్ చేస్తాయి. అలాగే వేరస్ ఫ్లోరల్ బడ్స్ ఇన్ యాగేవ్ అనే ప్లాంట్లో ఫ్లోరల్ బడ్స్ వచ్చేసి ఫుడ్ మెటీరియల్స్ని స్టోర్ చేస్తాయి. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ aerial stem modifications, and tomorrow we will go for another type of stem modifications, sub-aerial stem modifications. Please read carefully with examples. Okay, bye.